Hey there, Regina Andler here, and welcome to Coffee with Regina. Awesome. And today I have my good friend Dee Hampel with me. Dee has this amazing product called a vision board box. And our chat with a purpose today is going to be all about vision and your vision and our vision and everybody's vision and why vision is so important. Dee has been working on this for some time, and we'll get a little bit more into it as we go along, but I have one of Dee's vision board boxes.
That's funny. So do I.
So we're going to talk about that, and we'll show you actually what's inside of it too as we go along. So welcome, Dee. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So let's just chat about vision. What made you think? What even made you think about a vision board box?
I've been making vision boards for at least 20 years or so, and they really resonate with me on how to accomplish a goal, because it's in front of me and it's something that I put together, and that it was, my vision, so to speak. I mean, it's really that simple. So, and I
Yeah.
look at it every day. I have it in a spot where I can see it, and it's really helped me a lot.
So I know you and I know exactly what a vision board is.
Mhm.
So for all of the people who may have never even heard of a vision board before, can you explain what a vision board is and what it does for you?
Absolutely. A vision board, or my particular box, it's almost like a gold GPS. It comes with a book with pictures and words of inspiration and goals. So I'm going to use my weight loss goal as an example. I was really eating unhealthy, and I wanted to be a little bit more healthier and drop a few pounds, or release a few pounds, as you know, all of us do from time to time. And I made a vision board of my weight loss. So I had exercise equipment, I had different things to inspire myself, um, my weight goal, and just I broke it down to what I wanted to do in a year's time. And then I broke it down into bite-sized chunks that I could do, that were implementable and that were achievable.
That is so awesome. And over the years too, I've done the same thing. So I've created, you know what? I've lost count. I don't know how many vision boards. And every time I've created a vision board, it's all about whatever's going on. You talked about the weight loss one. So
Right?
I've done some targeted vision boarding, like for specific goals. So a
Absolutely.
lot of people know, because you've heard me talk about it before, I'm an obstacle course racer. And so I had a big race that was coming up at one point. And so I made a board just for that race with all the goals, and I had the title of the race on it and all the things that I wanted to accomplish and everything there. And that's what I put on the board. Most of my boards, though, are, for lack of better terms, general boards. So they have a little bit about everything on them. And I personally, when I create a board, I usually create like a board for the year. It's like, in the next 12 months, this is what I'm looking to accomplish.
Exactly. You can make them as large or as minute as possible, like for your specific goals for your race. Absolutely. So I do budgeting or a trip or just small things like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can use them for anything too. I mean, the beauty of vision boards is that it's all about being, it's what it's called. It's to help you visualize
Right.
your goals
Absolutely.
and keep you on track, right? So can you
Absolutely.
explain a little bit about, how that piece of it works? So what does a vision board do for me?
By actually creating it and cutting out the pictures and involving yourself and all your senses in creating the board, it involves a lot of um, the neuralistic part of your brain, where your brain can't tell the difference. It sees that, you're doing an actual goal or achievement, and you look at it as if, and prepare yourself as if it's already been done.
Yeah. And
And by doing it physically, I know there's a lot of vision board apps and different softwares that you can use for the vision board. but actually physically doing it, it involves more hemispheres of your brain and really gets your brain involved into thinking that it's already happened, is something you've already achieved.
Yeah, that's a really important point because, I see a lot of, vision board apps. I've seen them, cell phone apps and everything else that you can download and put on your cell phone, put on your computer, and you can do them there. And, I tell my clients too, when they're doing, homework and exercises that I give them, that they need to write it out and handwrite it instead of, typing it in on the computer. Because when you type it in on the computer, you're only using one side of your brain. And the side that you're not using is that creative side. And what's more creative than a vision board, right? So, I mean, if you're putting it
Absolutely,
on the
absolutely.
computer and you're missing the creative side, you're missing a lot.
That's it. I love it's the cut and paste part and envisioning my dream. And the way I have my book set up in the box is you break your goal down for a year, and then you break it down into 12 smaller steps, one for each month, and then you break it down into weekly and then daily goals. And then there is a letter in there that is blank that you write to yourself as if you have already achieved it yourself in 1 year.
I love that. That's one of my favorite parts about how you put this together is that the workbook like literally has everything that you need. It includes, all of that information to get the actual goal thought through. So
Right,
you have like the step of the think through what you're going to put on the vision board, and
right.
then write that letter to yourself of you achieving these things. How do you feel, once you have achieved all of this stuff, and you write that letter to yourself. And then the book like literally has all the pictures and everything else that you need. So, I mean, you can go cutting through magazines and all that kind of stuff if you like. However, your book has like the most awesome pictures that you can choose from.
Yeah, and when I created it, I tried to create it in a way that there would be something for everybody. I know they're all of my basic goals, and I look back at all of my past vision boards, and there was a little something in the book from every characteristic of my past vision boards.
Yeah, when I look back on my past vision boards, it's so cool because, back in the day, like way back when, I'm going to say maybe 2005 was the first time I ever did a vision board. So that was a long time ago. And when I did that one of my goals on there was to meet Jack Canfield. And at the time, I hadn't. And I think it was 2 years later, I went to my first Jack Canfield seminar. And I was like a school kid. I was like a kid at Christmas time. I went up to go meet him, and I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's Jack!" I was like, I mean, for me, that was a huge thing. And then fast forward to 2017, I actually became certified in his Success Principles program as a trainer. And prior to that, after I had met Jack, that was one of the things I put a Success Principles
Mhm.
certificate on my vision board. And then, like 3 years after that, I had completed that. And
Very cool.
so I go back and I look at my old boards now and I'm like, did that, did that, did that, did that, did that, did that. And it is the coolest feeling.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. And what else is I think is really amazing is that anybody can do it. And I know a lot of um, upper management and a lot of celebrities all do vision boards and goals for either movie parts that they wanted or meeting a director. Just like you said, meeting Jack Canfield. It's just, you know, it's the only limitation is your imagination.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much fun to do too. I mean, I back in the day, I was teaching vision boarding. I was doing what a friend of mine calls, those vision board parties that don't really, it's kind of like, hey, you have a couple glasses of wine, you have some cheese and crackers, you create a vision board, it gets thrown in the closet and you never see it again.
I have a few of
And
those.
right? And while it's fun, it's like going out to a paint night. Have you ever done
Mhm.
one of those paint nights where
Oh
you go
yeah,
out and
yeah,
you do
yeah.
the paints? Yeah, yeah. You know how many pictures I have that I've painted that will never be on my wall again? It's like after I paint them, I put it on my wall for like a week and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want that on my wall. For that's me. I'm not the best painter in the world. I'm fine with that. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. However, I have a lot of fun going to paint night.
Exactly.
And so same thing with people going to vision board parties where, they go and a couple glasses of wine, the cheese and crackers, create the vision board. They go home, and half the time it's like, what did I do with the vision board? I don't know. Did I leave it in the car? Oh, I don't know. And they bring it in the house and it ends up in a closet, and they never look at it again.
Yeah.
And I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you were talking about the one about the weight loss for you,
Right.
releasing the weight. You look at it, it was front and center every single day. You looked at it all the time. So it was
Right.
always in your head and visually in front of you, all those goals that you want to attain.
Yes. Very true. Very true. And that's part of it. It's your, I know I keep saying vision, but yes, it is your dream. It's what you envision yourself either being or doing, or what you want to enjoy, or what makes you happy.
Yeah. And it's when you think about why to do a vision board, um, the idea behind a vision board is really that idea of, you can handwrite something out. You can handwrite, okay, my goals for this year are, and you can write them out, and you can do all that stuff, and that's great, and that's just handwriting on a piece of paper.
Right.
I personally find that the vision board just adds a huge new level to, bringing that to reality and creating the shift in energy to actually bring what it is that you're looking for, what your vision is to you, because now you can physically see what it is that you're after.
Very true. Very true. And as I explain it in my book, and in my Facebook group, that, like, say for example, if you wanted to go on vacation, or a special vacation to an island, you want to picture it, you want to smell it, you want to hear it, you want to write down all those minute details as if you were actually there, like the smell of the coconut suntan lotion, and the sound of the seagulls laughing, or the crash of the ocean on the rocks, or whatever, on the beach. You want to include all those details, so that just helps you feel it and live it and experience it, and bring it more into the forefront of your brain, to where you actually achieve it.
Yeah, and I know that I talk about, your subconscious all the time.
Mhm.
And we have over 50,000 more and more. They say 50 to 70,000 thoughts every single day, and most of them are in our subconscious. So our subconscious is running our life. And I really love one of the powerful things about the vision board is that when you look at those pictures every single day, it's like imprinting in your subconscious that, oh yeah, this is what we're going after, this is what we want. And so now part of those thoughts every day are like, oh, okay, are you getting closer to any of the things that are on your vision board?
Yeah, yeah, and breaking it down into the small steps that helps you really get there.
Yeah. So what kind of advice would you give to people if they were, creating a vision board for the first time?
Write it down on paper, and then go, encompass as many aspects and physical characteristics as you can into it. All of your senses. You want to cut it out of paper. You want to envision yourself there. You daydream about it. You want to make sure that you really feel, smell, and taste it.
Yeah. So it's like, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What is it that you really, really, really want?
Right, right,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Now, what if you're one of those people who says, well, I'd really like this, but I'm never going to get that.
You don't know until you try, number one.
Right? It's
and
put
uh,
it put
and
put it
I
on the
can
board, see what happens.
actually, and I can help you work through that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
because
break it
yeah,
down step by step. It's just like
exactly.
getting in your car and going to the supermarket. Although you may or may not, depending on what store you shop at, you may want to put that on your vision board or not. Like if you want to shop on Rodeo Drive, for example, someday I want to shop there. You break it down into small steps and get yourself there.
Right, right. And no, I just love the power. I find that there's so much power in a
Mhm.
vision board. And when I say power, I'm talking about energy. So there's, we all attract things with energy, and you can't, if you don't have something that you want, it's
Right.
literally it's not because you can't have it, it's just because you aren't resonating on the same frequency, the same energetic level of whatever it is that you want. That goes for money, for cars, for relationships,
Right.
for for
Absolutely.
that beach vacation,
Right.
what that beach house, whatever it is. It's just about resonating on that frequency. And the vision board, to me, it helps you get, closer. If you're like, what you want is up here and you're down here, it helps you get closer just by looking at it.
It does it, and it makes you physically feel better. You can feel the energy from the board when you create it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's a super good point, because it's like I was telling you about, like, some of my boards. And when I first made them, a couple of my boards, I mean, when I first made the one where I had, meet Jack Canfield, I never I had seen him in The Secret. I had read some of his
Mhm.
books. I think The Secret came out in like 2008, and like I think 2005 I think was my first vision board. And so I didn't really know. I had no clue.
Right?
And in my head at that time, I was one of those people that was going, eh, can't hurt. I'll throw it on the vision board. We'll see what happens.
Right?
And sure enough, a couple years later, I had made vision boards every year. And each year anything that I hadn't accomplished from the year before, I would put a new picture and forward to the new board. And it was
Okay,
like,
that's a cool idea.
yeah, they were like leapfrogging each other, because it was like, okay, I got all this stuff on the board except for this. Okay, so that's going to go on the new board. And then I'd put new stuff around it. And then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, now I have that. Oh, okay, so the next board, that's gone now because I got that one now. And it was like you could put anything on it if you want to. The certificate, my success principles certificate, I just put it on my board. I had no idea when or if I was even going to go into that training program. I just wanted to.
Exactly. It's just something you wanted to accomplish
Yeah. And
eventually.
yeah, and by virtue of putting it on my board and seeing it, I used to have them actually on the wall behind me. I used to have I had like 4 boards up there, and I actually took them down because a bunch of them were old boards. And I went through them one day and I was like, I got that, 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 I got that.
It accomplished everything.
Wow. I was like, I got like 95% of what's on these boards. I was like, how cool is that?
I know that is it's very cool. Very cool when you accomplish your goals on your board. It,
Yeah.
it
So
gives you an extra sense of pride because you created it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, let's not discount the fun aspect. We talked about the vision board parties,
Yeah,
and while the vision board parties, they're just like, okay, wine, scissors, glue sticks, too much wine, that could get ugly.
it could get ugly and you end up with a very strange vision board.
However, with yours, and I'm gonna start pulling some stuff out of here. I mean, your
Okay.
board, your stuff. So this is the cool thing. So, oh, hopefully I didn't just knock my mic off of me. So we got this vision board box, and it comes with literally everything that you need. You got scissors, you've got glue sticks, you've got markers to put stuff on there. You've got, oh, another glue stick, 2 glue sticks. I won't run out of glue. You've got poster boards, and you got this incredible vision board book.
Yeah.
And I just really super love. I'd love you to talk about like what's in the book and how you walk through the book to create not just a board that's going to end up in the closet, but a board that's actually going to shift your energy, shift your frequency so that you can
Mhm.
get what it is that you really want.
Okay. Actually, I got part of the idea from taking one of your classes and with the Wheel of Life. So that's why I included in the kit an entire pack of poster board to encompass different aspects of the wheel of life. If I wanted to improve, like say I wanted to be more charitable this year, there are things in the book that you can cut out for to include charity in your goal. You could a new vehicle. You could just if you wanted to have more friends or spend more time with family. There's things for family vacation. There's things for faith, to be more religious and give back to your church or to attend church. You could faith is included. There's just imagine the possibilities, your imagination. There's inspirational sayings and phrases. It's just part of, yeah, it's just every aspect that you would possibly want to improve on based on that wheel of life, and increasing a little bit each year, or a little bit, whatever your goal is, that is all included within the book.
I'm flipping through pictures as you're saying this, and I'm like, you've got the coolest pictures in here. And, I have not yet, with your box, because I wanted to use it for show and tell, created my new board yet. And I'm looking at pictures, and every time, this isn't the first time I flipped through your pictures. And every time I look through your pictures, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. And, words, all kinds of stuff. It's not just pictures, though there's all kinds of pictures and all kinds of things in here. It's words, it's sayings. I mean, I'm even looking at some of the quotes that you put on here on the back of the pictures, and I'm like, okay, well, if I don't need pictures on that one, I might actually cut that quote out and put the quote on my board, because that's an awesome quote.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of everything that would inspire anyone to encourage folks to be a better you.
Yeah. And, again, it's like, it's not that party board where it just is that one night thing. This is you're setting goals down. You have it set out that, it's by months. It's 12 months.
Yes.
It's a 12 month. It's like a 12-month. It's like a 12-month goal planner.
Right. It actually, yes, correct. It's a year-long goal planner. I break it down into the 12 months, the 4 weeks, 7 days a week, every month, and it's all included. You break it down to as minute as you want it to.
Yeah, and when you start writing it down in detail, and then you can go back and you can look at how far you've come. So by the time you get to that end and you see that future self, and you write that letter to your future self, you can really look at that and go, wow, there's a sense of accomplishment that goes along with it.
True. Now, I've done that in the past, but it was never tied to a vision board. So I just thought that was a little something extra, as an extra encouragement, and to further.
And I love how you start out here. Like, what is your vision, and why does this make you happy? I love this. You want to pick a goal and break it down into 12 giant steps, and then break down the 12 steps into 4 weekly goals. You made it so super simple for people to not just create the board, but to create a functioning board that then will actually, get you to where you want to go.
Right. And if you get stuck, I'm here to help.
And that is awesome. So how do you help? I mean, are you available to people, or how do you do that?
I have a Facebook group, and I'm going to start posting weekly videos on different goals and how to achieve different goals, different individual goals. And I will have them posted on my If You See It, You Can Achieve It Facebook group. And you can also reach out via email, and that my email is also in the book as well.
That is so cool. So out on the Facebook group, doing the lives and stuff like that, are you going to actually show people how to, set up a vision board? Okay. Yeah. And for those of you, because I know Dee really well, and she is one of the most creative people I think I have ever met in my life. Um, she can see stuff that she can look at something and see it, where I look at it and go, yeah, that's beige. And she goes, no, this is a canvas for this, and it could be this, and it could be that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Dee is that person who can actually help you see not just the pictures, but what's behind the pictures. And that's really the point of the vision board, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm that GPS voice that says recalculating.
You're on the wrong course. We're recalculating. We're bringing you over here.
Exactly. Exactly.
so, so do you have any, final tidbits for, creating that vision board that really works? And you know what? I mean, as we're recording this, we're right at the end of 2022. And so creating a vision board for 2023 is like an awesome thing to do. You have a new year coming up. This is like the perfect time. So before I ask you for like your final thoughts on vision boarding, where would people go to actually purchase, this amazing vision board kit?
That amazing vision board kit can be purchased at whatisyouargoal.com.
So repeat that one more time for me.
whatisyouargoal.com.
Awesome. I was going to try to type it in here and it's not letting me type. So we will make sure that that is in the comments below the video.
Okay.
So
Right.
you can click on yours, because I'm guessing that this would make an amazing Christmas gift.
A lot of folks are buying it right now for Christmas and New Year's. I know
And
a very good friend of mine, he and his family and all of his kids do it every year. It's a family
nice.
function.
I was just going to say, and wouldn't that be cool if, like, you get you and a bunch of your friends together and you're like, okay, we're all going to buy our kits. And then, yeah, we might get together and create our vision board party and
Right?
then hold each other accountable for the year with all of
Exactly.
those goals.
Accountability partner. Absolutely.
That would actually be really cool.
Very cool.
I'm thinking we might just have stumbled on something new that you're going to have to work on your Facebook group there.
Exactly.
And say,
Exactly.
okay, you tell a friend, they tell a friend, the two
I'll
of you
hold
create
you
your boards
accountable.
together and hold each other accountable and make it happen. I
That's good.
think that's probably the biggest thing with people and their goals, whether it's, this is my dream, my dream car, my dream house, my dream relationship, whatever it is, my dream job, whatever, is
Very
that,
true.
yeah, it's that they keep it as a dream.
Right.
And
They keep it as a fleeting thought and they never go back to it.
yeah, and they have this limiting belief that it's not attainable. And it really is. And a vision
Truly.
board, yeah,
Yes.
a vision board can get you there.
It can indeed.
All right. So one more time, just so that we have it on here, what is the Facebook group again?
The Facebook is easy for me to say, right? If you can see it, you can achieve it.
All right.
Or you
Awesome.
can just tag me and I will point you there.
There you go. So we will make sure that all of this stuff is in the comments, where you can get your own vision board box, how you can purchase them for Christmas presents, because they'd make an awesome gift. And just think about that as a gift. So you buy a box for a friend, and then you say your gift is not just the vision board box, but me and you as friends working as accountability partners for the full year together. How's that for a Christmas gift?
Very cool.
I love that. I love that
I do too.
idea. So Dee, any last final tidbits about vision board, or any last comments?
If you see it, you can achieve it.
And doesn't that sum it up? Thank you all for tuning in. If you're catching us on the replay here, just put in hashtag replay in the comments. you want to check out this box. Trust me. Just go out, look at it, look at all the contents. I mean, again, I pulled everything out of my box, so I've got stuff all over the place now. It's all over my desk. I've got all this stuff here. I've got the book. I've got the book. I've got my poster boards. It's just, it is the coolest box that I've ever seen. And I know that I will be buying a few of them for Christmas presents myself this year. So, so thank you so much for being here, Dee.
Thank you.
And
cheers.
That's right. Oh, and Dee, you're from Pennsylvania. So let's see that cup again. And just for the record, I know I mentioned on a previous Coffee with Regina, this mug right here, I got it from Dee. It was a present from Dee because she's the creative one. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us on Coffee with Regina. Bye for now.
Bye.